Hey everyone, my name is Shalise, also known as Mommy Trader here on YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And editing Shalise stopping in really quickly. So I realized during the editing process that my mic completely fizzled out. So the audio is a little off. So I did go ahead and order a new mic. So I just wanted you guys to know that please excuse the audio. The information is still there. And I hope that you will just stick around through the whole video because there's a lot of good things that I do share. I will have the good audio coming in next week. So stay tuned for those videos. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I do appreciate all the love and the support you guys give me. We are a family of 5. I'm 38. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I have a special needs son. And we are really just grinding right now while we're young, while we have, the bulk of our money and our working years to really make sure that we are set up right come our later years. Okay, so if you want to know more about beginner investing, I do show real numbers. If you want to kind of get inspiration so that you can start your own financial journey, subscribe, like, and share, and hit the little bell notification so that y'all don't miss upload every time your investie bestie posts a video. So today we're going to be talking about our kids accounts, so our kids investment accounts, and some of the stocks and funds we buy for them and why, and really trying to help our children have a better future than what we had. Okay, so I did make a couple of videos talking about our kids investments. I will have a couple of them linked down below so that you guys can go back and watch those if you want. But I have 3 children. My husband and I have 3 children. We have a 16-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. Okay, so before I get into that, I wanted to just really express to you guys, we did not start when our kids were born. We were just not one of those parents. I mentioned before our story, our 20s were a hot mess. Okay, so we really didn't see the light when it comes to just finances overall until age 30. So I'm 38. So, if you feel like, I'm getting on this train late, it's okay. Start where you are. Once you kind of see the light and you know what to do, then that is your starting point. Not everybody starts at 20. Not everybody starts at 25. Sometimes you don't even start at 30. I talk to people on a regular basis that, starts in their 40s or 50s. They come across the channel and they want to know more and they want to get started. And so, it's okay, right? Give yourself some grace. But once you see the light, then you have the responsibility to do better, whatever your financial goals are. So, part of our overall financial goal, my husband and myself, is to really give our kids a great head start. Now, keep in mind, before I get into all the deets, we are not raising entitled kids, okay? We are instilling into our children that it took a sacrifice to do all this for them, and they are required to contribute to their own future. So our children in college will have a part-time job. You can get something on campus, in the lunchroom, the library, you can get an internship. You need to do something because it teaches them responsibility, and it also teaches them that money does not grow on trees. That's a very, very important concept we are trying to teach our children. So usually we try to set aside about $500 to $700 to invest for them. I can tell you that my daughter, who just turned 16, gets the bulk of that. Why? Because she does not have as much time as, let's say, the 12-year-old or the 10-year-old. She's 16. So let's say 2 years, she's going to be going to college. So we really are trying to really speed her up, if that makes sense to you guys. We're trying to speed her up. So let me just tell you some of the accounts that we have for our 16-year-old. So she does have a savings account. This is something that you can actually open up for your children at any age. If you have toddlers, babies, even with Capital One, you can open up a sub savings account for your children and just put a little bit of money aside every month out of your paycheck. $10, $20, $5, $1. Something is better than nothing. If your children gets a lot of money for Christmas or birthdays, that's another great opportunity to put some money aside for your children. So my daughter does have a savings account. She also has a checking account. So when your children becomes teenagers, 13, they should have a checking account. This is really, really important. Take them to the bank, help them to fill out the slip. If they have the phone with the app, give them the app, help them to log in so that you can teach them the importance and the fundamentals of why, we track and manage money the way that we do. We're trying to give them good financial habits, a good financial foundation, if that makes sense. So she has that. She also has a credit card. Now, I know some people may find this, controversial, but personal finance is personal, okay? You have to do what's best for you and your family. But my daughter needs to understand how credit works at this age. We don't want her to be 21 or 18, and just learning about how credit works. She needs to understand everything that you spend on that card, you have to be able to pay it off that month. Interest is bad when it comes to credit, okay? You want to be paid in interest. You do not want to pay out interest. And these are the things that we are helping her to understand. So she also has a 529, okay, that's strictly for college. She has an UGMA, an UGMA, okay, UGMA. And the reason why she has that is because we can leave gifts to her. So I do plan on giving her, my husband bought me, I have a regular engagement ring and my wedding band, but when we first started dating, which was 19 years ago, yes, I know I got married young, he bought me my first engagement ring, and I want to give that to her as a, like a little backstory real quick. So my husband proposed when I had just turned 19, and I want my daughter to understand and see, like, if you come across, a guy and he really says he likes you, he needs to give you a ring, because, my daddy gave my mommy this ring, and you got to do better than my daddy, okay? And so again, that's just really, putting that confidence and that information into her mind. But yes, so she has that, and she also has a Fidelity teen account. So this is great. Fidelity set this up because it allows the teens to be in the driver's seat. Now the parents still have supervision and all of that, but I really love the fact that it motivates her to invest, okay? So she'll get like $50 or $100 from relatives or family. And this is another great thing. So, you can have, and this is not just with investing, like saving, anything like that. They can contribute to your kid's future as well. I mean, you can get them a toy, yes, but if you want to, have them do something that's really going to make an impact, this is a good suggestion as well. But my daughter can go ahead and invest, like she'll buy McDonald's, she'll buy Target and the Dollar Tree, and it's a really good way to teach her to be like, an owner and a consumer when it comes to your finances. So those are all of her accounts as well. Our goal to contribute for her is $30,000 and just let the market do the rest. Let's talk about my 12-year-old son. So this is the one who has special needs, okay? So he does have a savings account. He does not have a checking account. Again, it's about being realistic. You know your children. You know each of your children. So this is really, really important. So my son has a savings account. He also have a taxable investing account that we are the custodians of. And he also has a special needs account that will be converted into a trust as he gets older. At the end of the day, my son may not go to college. I mean, if you have a child or anyone who has special needs, they're not probably going to go to college. So we don't want to waste that time putting money into a 529 because that's not his future. But we will put money into an UGMA account for him. So he'll have that. He'll have his special needs trust, and he will have the savings that we will put aside for him. And our goal is $10,000 for him. He is 12, and just let the market and let time do the rest. Now, when he becomes of age, he's still going to be living with us. So we will make sure he has everything that he needs. If we travel, he will be traveling with us. All of that good jazz. He will have all of the equipment and the technology and things that he needs from us. So if we put, let's say, $10,000 into his UGMA account, and he won't need it for like another 40 years, because when we are dead and gone, that is when he'll need his money, and he'll have a lot of time for his money to grow in the market. So, these are things that we are thinking about when it comes to, my special needs son. Just 3 accounts, right? Again, savings account, an UGMA account, and a special needs investment account that will be converted into a trust, okay, when he gets older. Oh, and I forgot one thing, our property. So we own 3 homes now. So the idea was for my husband and I to leave a home to each of our children, to give each of our children a home. So my oldest daughter, she will have a property, when that time comes. And my special needs son, he will have this house, our main home. So that will be paid off, and he will always have a place to live, because y'all know people are not as nice and accepting to people who have special needs. And my son will always have a place to live. It will be put inside of a trust, this home, so that it can never be sold, and there will be money from our estate to pay for taxes and things like that. But yeah, so he will have this house, and then my youngest son, who is 10, we will give him another investment property that we own as well. Again, it's about really giving our children a leg up when it comes to their future, right? To break these generational curses. That's why we're working so hard right now. That's why me and my husband are really grinding the way that we are. For my youngest son, who's 10, he has a savings account as well. He will have a checking account when he becomes of age. He has a 529. His plan pretty much follows closely to my daughters. Okay, so my youngest son and my oldest daughter, they're really aligned, if that makes sense. So they will be aligned. It's my special needs son who, you know, has, you know, some special things going for him. But my youngest son will have a checking account when it's his time. He will also have a Fidelity teen account when that time comes. You can open up a Fidelity teen account at age 13. Okay, so I will have that link directly below if you want, if you have a 13-year-old or older and you want to help them to start investing on their own while you invest for them separately. That's a great option. My son has a 529 and an UCMA as well, and he will have a property. And all of my children do have I-bonds. Okay, so that's another thing. They all have I-bonds. Each one of my children have I-bonds as well. So again, it's just really trying to diversify, really trying to set them up for their future. Now, your children can have a Roth IRA. So my daughter is opening up a Roth IRA. So she was working for me over the summer. All of the things that I was releasing, she was editing. She was helping me with thumbnails, with my social medias, with, I mean, a lot of that type of stuff, tags. And so I did pay her for that, and she will be investing that into a Roth IRA. That video is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But keep in mind, you can open up a Roth IRA for a child, but they have to have it with earned income. You cannot put birthday money into a Roth IRA. Okay, I want to make sure that that is very, very clear. You cannot put money into a Roth IRA if you pay them to do chores. That it has to be earned income. Remember, if the IRS calls you out, if they audit you, you have to be able to explain to them, okay, they were paid this money on this day for doing this, like that type of thing. Okay. But yeah, so, you know, those are just some of the things that we have going for our children. So if you have any questions about, you know, opening up accounts for your children, if you are a grandparent and you want to open up an account for a kid, you have to get the parents' permission. Okay. So remember, when you open up an account for a kid or a minor, there has to be a custodian. There has to be an adult that's over the account. So the brokerage is going to ask you, you know, like social security numbers and legal addresses and things like that. So again, you can go ahead and do that, but you just want to make sure you run it past the parents, right? You just want, and most parents are fine with it. I'm just being honest. If my mother or my father came to me and said, I wanted to open up an account for your kids because I want to put some money away, I would not say no. I would say, go ahead. Yes, please. Here's their social. Go ahead, do it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, to subscribe if you haven't, to share, to hit the little bell notification button so that you don't miss upload every time I post a video. And I thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye now.